Now, without any further delay, I would like to turn today's webcast over to your host, Tom Doran, ABC Computers. Tom, you now have the floor.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us today for our presentation, Microsoft Dynamics Solutions for Food Manufacturing and Distribution. My name is Tom Doran, and I'm with ABC Computers. We are a Microsoft Dynamics partner that specializes in food manufacturing and food distribution, located in Waupaca, Wisconsin. Also joining me today is one of our very good clients, Deb Mallory. Deb is with Mrs. Jerry's. Mrs. Jerry's is a manufacturer and distributor of premium salads and sauces. Based in Albert Lea, Minnesota, Mrs. Jerry's has been an ABC customer and a Dynamics user for many years, and Deb will be available at the end of our presentation to answer questions that you may have about their experience with the Dynamics product. Now, I know that most of you are really looking forward to a PowerPoint presentation, and I'm sorry to disappoint you, but we're not going to spend any time with PowerPoint this morning. We're going to focus our limited time together on the product and try to show you how Microsoft has invested heavily to address the needs of the food service industry. Microsoft has spent the last several years doing extensive research, talking to food manufacturing and food distribution firms and the people within those firms that do particular roles to do a better job of creating a solution that speaks to the specific needs of your industry. ABC Computers has been a Microsoft partner for nearly 20 years, and we have worked with food manufacturing and food distribution firms virtually exclusively for the last 8 years. We've worked with food manufacturers, we've worked with broadline distributors, we've worked with systems distributors, we've worked with food manufacturers that job their own racks. So odds are extremely good that if you're involved in the supply chain for food products, we've worked with someone that looks a lot like you. So now we'll get started. What the screen that you see before you is Microsoft Dynamics NAV. This is called a role center, and part of the research that Microsoft performed when they went out and talked to end users is they sat down with the people that actually do each job every day, and they said, show us how you work. And then Microsoft took all that feedback from warehouse people, from inside customer service people, from financial executives, and they created 20 different role centers that come preloaded with the product that are designed to help you be more efficient in the work that you need to do every day. So as you look at this role center, and I'm in a customer service role center right now, so if I were an inside customer service person, the things that I would want to keep track of are sales orders that I have open, and you'll notice that we have visual cues here, and so they're designed to look like stacks of paper, much like your desk right now. You know, sometimes you've got large stacks of paper and sometimes you've got small stacks of paper. And in each one of these cues, it shows, in this case, I've got open sales orders, and it tells me I've got 27 of them that may need some attention. It also shows me I've got 17 orders that are ready to ship. I've got 3 orders that are partially shipped, and so I may want to look into those and find out what we shorted. I've got 2 orders that are delayed, so maybe I need to look in there and follow up with a customer because we had a product shortage. And then if I have returns or credit memos, it gives me that information as well. Now, because this is a Microsoft product, it also has full integration with Outlook. You know, more and more users interface with Outlook on a daily basis, and Microsoft has spent an extensive amount of money making sure that Outlook, Excel, Word, and the entire Microsoft suite are fully integrated into the Dynamics product so that you have one screen from which you can work on a daily basis. So I can see here that I've got tasks, I've got email, I've got my presentation that I did this morning on payroll, I've got my webcast that we're doing now, I've got some other discussions coming up this afternoon. And if at any point I want to look in on my email, if I click that box, it brings up my email and it reminds me of anything that I've got coming. And it looks like I dropped my connection, but that should come back to me. I've also got other areas. So, you know, our inside salespeople in the food service business, if I'm supporting a field salesperson or a district sales representative, then I've probably got a few customers that they've teed me up on that I want to keep an eye on. And so I can manage a list of my top customers, and in front of me they've got, you know, a phone number and their name, customer number. I may want to know a little bit more information, and what I have available to me is the ability to customize this page so that it better suits my needs. And so I can click on my little lightning bolt here, and it gives me an opportunity to customize just this section of the page. And so in this case, I could go in and look at the columns. I can add a whole bunch of columns, but in this case, maybe I just want to add the balance so that I can keep track of what this customer has outstanding. And so as you can see, and in the event that you can't see, you know, sometimes based on screen resolution, you may or may not be seeing my entire screen. But on the far right, I've just added a column to show me the customer balance. So that when I'm speaking with this customer, I have a quick view of phone number so I can get in touch with them. I can see how much money they have outstanding so that I can do a better job of trying to address any concerns that they have. I also have an item list because many times, as we're all aware in the food business, we have products that we might be running short on. Maybe we've got products that we're running a special on. And so if I've got a hot sheet out and I'm trying to move some product in a big hurry, one of the things I want to know is the price, which on the far right you'll see I've got a unit price next to my description. But, you know, I may also want to know about the on-hand quantity because I've got to know how much I have left so that I don't oversell the product. It's great to have a promotion. It's terrible to oversell my product. And so now I've added my inventory field, and it shows me that on my rope sausage, I've actually already sold that one out. So that product's no longer available to me. I probably don't want to be talking about it. I've still got 45 of the beef ribeye with the lip on, and that's good, so I can continue to try to promote that product. I also have notifications, and this is a way for us to communicate with our team internally so that I don't have to get up from my desk and go check with someone. And this just gives me an opportunity, and it lets me know that Lisa has sent me a note about a sales order, and if I wanted to, I could click on this and it would actually bring up the order for the white tablecloth restaurant, and it would let me know that there were substitutes available for this. Lisa told me she's got this order under control. And I could respond to Lisa then and say, thanks for your help. And I can notify her so that the next time she logs in, she'll get that update. And this gives us, the idea is to make us more efficient in our work and to keep us productive and moving forward as we serve our customers. You can also modify this entire screen, and I'm not going to take a whole lot of time because I think you're going to get the idea pretty quickly, but we can customize the page, we can customize reports, we can customize our navigation pane, which the navigation pane are the items that you see on the far left, and determine what we see and what we don't see, which items would we like to show so that we can be the most effective in our daily work. So in this case, we've got, it tells me that I'm in pretty good shape. I may want to look in on these orders. I may also want to determine, you know, which customers am I looking at. And so if I go and take a look at customers, right now I'm looking at all of my customers. But if I'm an internal salesperson, you know, this even even this amount of data can be a little bit overwhelming to me. And so maybe I want to set a filter and I just want to see the customers that belong to me, because, or the sales rep that I'm working. So I can go in and I could actually set a filter so that the salesperson is equal to John Roberts, let's say. And so when I set that, it automatically filters my list so that I only see John's salespeople. And if John is a person that I cover for often, I may actually even want to save this view. And so I could turn this in and I could say John's customers. And now once I do this, you'll see my screen refresh, but when I click customers now, I've actually added a new field called John's customers. And so if I covered for 2 or 3 reps, and just quickly I'll show you again, so if I wanted to do this and say maybe I cover for John and I also cover for Peter. And so I'll grab Peter out of here and hit enter. Peter hasn't been doing quite as much work as John. He doesn't have as many customers. But, you know, we want to give him support just the same. And so now, when it refreshes, you'll see that my customers, I actually have John's customers, Peter's customers, or all customers. The idea being that I can filter my information so that I see only the data I need to see. Again, Microsoft has spent an awful lot of time trying to learn how to be more efficient, and the feedback we got from lots and lots of customers is don't show me information that I don't need to see, and please show me as much information as you can to help me be more efficient the first time. So now that I'm looking at my customer list, I can see, and if I look in the right side, I see I've got a sell to customer, I've got a bill to customer, and as I walk through my list, I actually see that the information in the panes on the right changes depending on which customer I'm on. So I can see a customer number, I can see their outstanding balance, I can see how many the quantity of orders that they have, and if they called in and they had a question, I can actually click on that balance, and it shows me their open invoices. And very quickly, one click, I could actually bring this up and I can see and answer a customer's questions while I have them on the phone. You know, the normal question that they have is, or statement that they're telling us is, oh, I didn't get that invoice. Can you send it to me? So now, just right from this screen, I've got the customer on the phone. I click through. I say send as attachment. And now it brings up the email, and wham, I've got my attached invoice. I send it out to them via email, and I've taken care of my customer request. I've helped us try to collect some money, and I haven't lost my space where I was working prior. The other thing that we can do, and we'll spend just a little bit of time talking about the back-end data that helps support some of the things that I'm going to show you in just a few moments as we work through the operational side of our business. So if I go in to Mike's Country Store and I bring up their customer, again, this is our customer card. It's showing us a lot of information, the things that we need to see in terms of their salesperson, if they belong to a particular price group. So on my invoicing tab, and these are called fast tabs. This is information that we may want to look at a glance. So phone number, price group, terms, 14 days, will they take partial shipments or not? But